origin story behind the idea of the show. So basically I moved out to Asheville like 3 or 4 years ago and had a hard time adjusting to moving across the country and being in a new place. And it was taking a toll on me personally, and then professionally and artistically. I noticed that I was losing joy out of doing what I'd been doing for a while. I needed to find a way to get out of this dark place. I figured out that the answers to the questions that I had needed to be answered, and that it was up to me to do it and not anyone else. What I really was missing was putting meaning and putting myself into the pieces rather than just painting something to sell or something that looked good. So I decided that I was going to do an art show. So the idea is that I would do a brand new body of work from a different place and a different angle. And then once I was done, I'd record it, put it on YouTube so everyone could see the art show digitally. It allows me to be able to connect with not only the work, but the overall idea and the audience simultaneously. Because I see a lot of tutorials about how to draw something, but from an artist with a style, it's like, okay, well, why did you paint that? Why do you do this? And that's what I'm more interested in rather than the how. It's an exploration of why. The show is an attempt for me to deconstruct what I had done and reconstruct what I want to be doing. And I figured that what I needed to do was focus on meaning and thought and put that into art. Instead of trying to redevelop a whole new style, I just built on what I had already been doing, but tweaking it. Once you realize you're in a bad place and you got yourself there and you don't have the answers to get yourself out of it, you're humble and open-minded to look at how other people have done it. In the process of like learning how to get out of this existential funk, I began re-educating myself in a lot of the things that I'd been thinking about had already been explored by other painters and other creative people throughout time. So I spent a lot of time looking at what previous people had done and opened myself into new ways of thinking by listening to other points of view, other different ways of looking at life. So I decided that I would learn what symbols meant and how they were applied throughout art, and decided to use what I learned in this new body of work. There's an overall consistent theme where there's like a robot or robotic character. There's a utility in that, which is that, you know, I hope that anyone around the world can look at the painting and get at least some of it. So the broader I can make it to, you know, like a robot. So for instance, it's like, you know, robot's not really a guy or a girl. Humanity without being humanity. It's like a symbol, I guess. They're robots, but the more you look at them, they're really not robots. Like you said, they're like vehicles for ideas or a way for me to communicate something generically or broad enough to where, you know, it's more of a universal audience rather than people that just like a specific style. One of the lessons that I learned is to be an artist or a creative, you have to be the black sheep in the group. So even within the artistic landscape, if you will, the better artists are the ones that aren't doing what every other artist is doing. You have to create a new place for yourself. And so many people I see are not feeling good about what they produce because what they're producing is just a reproduction of someone else's intellectual property. So just a mashup of just too much pop culture. So I'm trying to at least broaden my own horizon, and in the process of like researching religious texts and the origin of psychology and just historical societies and how they were built and functioned, and then the meta-narrative of like what ties all of these different people in the way that they live their life over different times. There's a unifying element in everything. You're gonna find like, you know, clams and pearls at the bottom of the ocean, you're not going to find you floating at the top. So while everyone's struggling for the, the stuff on the surface of the water, it's like very few people go deep. So this is my attempt to like swim down and deal with things that needed to be dealt with personally so I can make sense of the world and be more accepting and more thankful. So this is like some of the pearls that I've found at the bottom of the sea floor while I was diving. Hey guys, just wanted to say thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, please be sure to hit the like button. If you'd like to see more content, please subscribe. If you'd like notifications for when new videos come out, please hit the bell. If you have any other questions, all the information should be in links below in the description. Thank you very much for watching.